fucking amazing.
Really, a 5-on-5 arcade cabinet
where you're basically playing 5v5 joust. One player is the queen and
different classes.
Yeah, there's different classes, and you can like basically become like the warrior or just like carry the berries. There's different ways to win.
There's 3 different ways to win.
It's a relatively new game too. It's not like a retro.
And it's like a Portland game that was built late in there, and there's only like 2 cabinets.
There's a lot more cabinets.
Yeah.
Oh, there is.
I've played it in Montreal as well.
Oh.
Yeah. Though I found out that we were talking about it, the cabinet is no longer in Montreal.
Oh, okay.
But there are more around the world.
Yeah, it seems like
that.
And it was incredibly fun. And then there's all these different modes where you'd pop in your corner, and sometimes you'd randomly get like a bonus queen versus queen quick battle.
Yes, like a 1v1.
Did you see the tournament I sent you?
I didn't, but I saw the signs up for it, and it was happening right after we left.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly. So.
And there was a table for 4-player Pac-Man championship.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to get Juliana and me and Steph on, because like that would have been a really cool 4-player game, because those games are fucking great.
Yeah.
There's a movie theater in Montreal that has it. I don't remember which one, but one of them does have it.
Really?
Wait,
definitely not Vancouver.
No. It's not downtown. One of the ones that's kind of out of the way.
And it's got and it's like it's top view, like what's it called? Coffee table.
Tabletop.
It's style screen, so it's like just like Pac-Man. Yeah, originally was. It's tons of fun.
And aside from that, I played some games, but I'll get into that maybe next week. But the game I did play was a bit like while I was on the trip. I played more of Sonic Fire and Ice. I played the first couple of levels of the last world a few weeks ago I mentioned, and I played through the first world, got to the second world, unlocked all the main characters, because as you go, it's like now you get Knuckles. And the game is the only actual knocks I can give on the music is pretty forgettable. It's not great, it's not terrible, but it's just kind of there. And the first world doesn't make a great first impression, just an ice world. Who starts with Ice World?
Ice World is like...
Well, because it's Sonic Fire and Ice, so you have the ability to...
It's top billing, right? So they're gonna put it before.
So the second world is tropical. Yeah, start with tropical. It was just kind of weird. But aside from that, the game still is actually really fun. I'm enjoying that, and it was fun. And all the cutscenes are Sonic Boom show humor.
Yeah, they are CG from the.
Some of them, the first one was CG, but I've run into other ones that are in engine, and then there's some that are CG. So goes back and forth, and Knuckles is really good in that game too. He has entire gameplay segments where he's burrowing underground really, really fast. He can dash while burrowing.
Is that kind of like the color, the orange color?
It controls slightly better.
Similar, okay.
It's not as crazy where you can barely really control it. Knuckles has greater control, and I'll keep playing it because I'm like, wow, why am I not putting this down?
Well, it seems like it's actually pretty decent. The previous one was good too.
Yeah.
So.
I also finally saw Star Trek Beyond on the plane.
Oh, okay.
It's fucking great.
Yeah, I heard it was actually really solid.
It's way better than the last one.
I keep trying to go, but no one wants to see it with me, and now it's
out of theaters.
Yeah.
Well, now it's all out on everything.
I guess.
Fuck that one trailer in particular.
You know what? That one trailer with Beastie Boys with the soundtrack?
You told me about those.
That song is a huge part of the movie that has functionality.
Right.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Apparently.
But that trailer would still did so much damage.
And they came out and said that was misleading and not
Simon Pegg came out and slammed the trailer for his own movie.
Simon Pegg wrote this movie, and it's funny. It's
Simon Pegg movie.
Wait, Simon Pegg wrote the movie?
He wrote it.
Shit, now I really want to see it.
It was just really fun, really funny. It wasn't the greatest plot where it's there's so many stakes against Kirk, and this is an enemy Kirk. It was just here's the bad guy.
That's the problem that Into Darkness had.
Yeah.
Into Darkness was fuck that movie. That movie's terrible. It is so bad.
I like it so much. I like Predators.
There's some things about it that I...
Yeah, not a lot overall.
The ending is just it's fucking...
Whenever I think about Star Trek, I think of Spock punching guys on a train.
What you're talking about is not what I'm talking about. What Matt's talking about.
Okay.
Spock punching dudes on a train.
Spock having a fucking John McClane level fucking throwdown with a Superman on a fucking train.
Yeah,
he's getting emotional.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah. That's terrible.
And the last kind of thing I indulge in all is, most of everything gets done on a plane, especially when you're on a plane ride was 5 hours. is that I read Silver Surfer, Dan Slott, who wrote Superior Spider-Man and Deadly Foes of Spider-Man and all that. Yep. He had a Silver Surfer run back in 2014 where it's like Silver Surfer kind of hates Earth, and he's like, I'm never going back there.
Yeah, because Earth is the one that's giving him and Galactus all the trouble, right?
Well, no, that's long over. But it gave them trouble.
Yeah, I mean, like, Earth is like a shitty planet where a bunch of crap happens all the time.
Yeah. So he's like, I'm just a Silver Surfer and I can go everywhere. And then he gets like kind of scammed into defending this planet against the threat of a celestial being, the Never Mother, the Never Queen, and she's like Deadpool's in love with death. The Never Queen is in love with Eternity. Remember Eternity is the guy that has like a galaxy inside himself?
Yes,
like,
Eternity.
So they're boning, they're like, everything's great, and then something happens with the Never Queen, and then she becomes evil, and then Silver Surfer is tasked with fighting her. They're like, you're gonna be our best champion yet. You'll surely defeat the Never Queen, Silver Surfer. He's like, what do you mean by best champion yet? They're like, how many champions have you had? Well, here's our champion graveyard. And he's like, oh, well, look, I'm the Silver Surfer. And then throughout this adventure, he gets teamed up with an Earth girl who just lives an ordinary life. And she's just like with him in this adventure. She just gets rolled up into it. Just like an example of the humor of this book is she's like, oh my god, I'm in space. Why am I breathing? And he goes, that's because I behold the power cosmic. And she goes, okay, how am I talking? That's also the power cosmic. And then she's like, wow, that's really convenient. Yeah, the power cosmic.
Right.
And I'm like, this is great.
Yeah.
So I finished the first volume. The Guardians of the Galaxy appear. It's just really good fun.
They're showing up everywhere.
I'm really
now they're A-list.
Yeah. Which you must think that means okay, you'll get to that then.
And I'm really ambivalent to the Silver Surfer. I'm like, yeah, he's cool, I guess. And I read this, I was like, oh, this guy's great. When it's done in this context. So, yeah, busy read.
Did you ever watch the show?
That show was so advanced for children. It was like Shakespeare in space.
It was trying to do too much, which, to be fair, like, they were trying to, like, bring the comic book storylines to TV. But, like,
Silver Surfer is not great.
I don't think it worked out as well. I think Silver Surfer works best as, like, an awesome cameo. When you're reading Planet of the Symbiotes or some crazy shit, and then it's just like all the symbiotes start freaking the fuck out, and it's like, why? Because the Silver Surfer just came down. Everyone's like, oh shit, he's here.
Silver Surfer just needs a good movie all to himself.
I don't think.
Well, that's not gonna happen.
I know, but that's what he needs. That's what he needs.
I don't even think he could, like, as a movie. He's more like, well, he's right. He's more of an interesting character in like a cameo or a comic book context where it's
I just when I think Silver Surfer, I'm like, yeah, but doesn't everyone just confuse him with that Terminator?
Because there's always always a lame...
I would wager he's better known than Silver Surfer.
There's always a lame scene where like they have the board tied up and like they hit the board and he goes, ugh!
Yeah, so don't do that.
I think that happened in the Fantastic
Of course it does.
I think it
I'm
did.
like, God,
but so don't do that. Like, I mean, a good movie.
Wow, reboots really ripped that the fuck off, didn't they?
Yeah.
Just make it good, yeah. Motorola, you mean?
And like one last random thing is that
It's their fault.
how
Ray Tracer is the Motorola designed character that was inserted into Reboot.
Seriously?
Yes.
That's why he has a Motorola logo on
true.
him.
Yeah.
I now like him even less.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I can't stand Ray Tracer.
He's the worst part of the show.
One last random thing is I didn't finish it, but since I had like about an hour left on the flight, there was like I was exhausted with things I'd already done with like what I had brought with me.
Yep.
I was like, let's watch an hour of Ninja Turtles 2.
Okay.
Yep.
See the live action one.
Yep.
It's actually way better than the first one.
You mean like Bad Boys? Or Bad Boys 1 was good, but Bad Boys 2 is amazing.
I don't know.
I like
And Ninja Turtles 1 was like,
This is the Bebop and Rocksteady thing. Bebop and Rocksteady movie.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So
You're an idiot.
what are you gonna say?
I was about to start talking about Secret of the Use.
But that's it. They're searching for a canister of ooze.
Okay.
It's almost like kind of like that. So just really quickly, Shredder is way better. They recasted the actor. Now he's like Shredder. The foot soldiers are no longer mercs with guns. They're actual ninjas. they do have kind of a tactical look to them. They all have swords. They call them ninjas. All the turtles. Mikey is still a creepy weirdo asshole, but everyone else is really cool. I was telling Liam about one line I really liked where they're in the turtle van and they're just like driving around shooting things, helping out on this like freeway chase scene, and then Raphael's not really doing anything. Mikey's like Donto's driving, Mikey and the other two are shooting things, and Raph's not really doing anything. So when he's not doing anything, they put up a punching bag in the back. So he's just punching it, and he's just walking back and forth. He's like, Leo, I'm not being used to my full potential here. Raph just... and that's it. Like, they do some really, like, they actually have little good moments.
Okay.
Bebop and Rocksteady are hilarious. Like, they're really fun. Yeah.
Okay.
And they spend most of the time just making pretty funny jokes.
But do they fucking then find a way to make it so that Megan Fox also created Splinter, and also created Shredder, and also created Bebop and Rocksteady?
That's the one biggest...
all that inhabits it.
That's the one biggest fuck you, where she's in it a little bit, she's not nearly in it as much as the first one. Because the first movie was what? It was basically her story.
Megan Fox and her turtle.
April Haruhi O'Neil.
Didn't actually know April.
Fuck.
But there was a line where, okay, this is also the worst version of Casey Jones. Casey Jones is played by the guy that plays Arrow. Right? He's the worst at it. He's so
clean.
bad.
It's a really depressing line to hear, too. Like, this is the worst Casey Jones.
He's clean.
Every version of Casey Jones, like
that's what it is.
Like the movie, the first movie version, amazing. The CG show, he's great. The 2003 Fox cartoon, he was great.
Yeah.
Casey Jones is Punisher for kids that sleeps on the street. Like he's a grimy dirtbag.
Not grimy at all. He's a detective. He's a security guard that likes hockey a little bit.
Casey Jones is like slightly younger Colin Quinn. That's what he should be.
But they have this line where Casey Jones goes, there you go, this is Raphael, this is Michelangelo, blah, blah, blah. He goes, those are the most pretentious names I've ever heard. And then April has the fucking audacity to go, what are you talking about? I named them. And went, fuck you for making me remember that.
Yeah.
Why? I forgot about it.
I'm an 8-year-old girl. These are my favorite classical painters.
Anyway, I didn't finish it, but I was liking it up to that point.
Well,
overall,
I'm sure someone will write in and tell you that you only liked it because you didn't finish it because the ending is terrible.
I'm interested in.
Anyway,
I'm interested in.
April kills all the turtles.
I forgot that's the end of the first movie. The April's the one who beats Shredder.
Yeah. Of course.
That's the worst.
Of course.
That's the worst.
Yeah. Anyway,
She's the hero.
Big hero. Remember that part in Transformers where she's leaning over and you saw her stomach?
They have a thing like that where she has to dress as a sexy schoolgirl because of reasons. And then the camera zooms in on her tummy and music starts playing that might as well be going, she's so hot, look at the screen, I can't believe it. That was fucking 2007, man.
Like, at least...
You over this?
She's old now.
Get out of here, grandma!
It's like, at least Mila Jovovich is married to the fucker, so you understand.
Yeah.
He gets all the plays he does.
You're not wrong to make the mistake, but I want to have...
Jovovich?
I want to have multiple attempts on this.
Milia Jovovich?
No.
Milia Jovovich?
No.
What is it?
It's Jovovich.
Really?
There's no chance of getting that right on the first
It's a silent J.
Mila Jovovich. Jovovich, sorry.
J
You couldn't even get it right on the first try.
J is a Y.
Some niggas in Paris. Hovovich? Really?
Yeah.
No. I think Jovovich I'll take.
Jovovich,
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, she's married to the director.
So that makes sense.
So he's like, yeah, my wife is so hot.
Well, what the fuck is Michael Bay getting out of this?
Yeah, this girl that
Nothing.
I feel like Michael Bay just really wants to do a Gravier shoot with her. That's what he's building up to, right?
No, but he did it already. It was called Transformers 1 and 2.
Transformers 1.
I want Michael Bay's Transformers The Gravier to be... and it's an awkward 45 minutes of Megan Fox with calming music, looking and moving around a room and sitting in coquettish ways, but not actually getting naked or anything.
No,
Gravor is
kind of
so
climbing around the
fucking
floor.
weird, man.
What, you don't have that one girl who you follow obsessively like a stalker?
No.
Because that's what that's for. That's who that's
Michael
for.
Bay, the Eki collection.
Oh, that is totally what that's for.
Someone's
Exactly what that's for.
Someone clearly
Jesus
fully
Christ.
complete Guns of the
Oh,
Patriots.
Gravor's so fucking
Yeah,
weird.
right?
Also, speaking of Yevanovich,
Speaking of Yevon praise,
speaking of Yevanovich,
Yovovich.
we saw a movie in the theaters, and I won't go into it, but like we saw an opening thing which was weird. All it was a message from Yevanovich and her husband.
you're gonna say from
Fuck
Yevon.
it. Milia Rajovich, go.
So they were staring at us saying, "Thanks so much, all our Resident Evil fans, for waiting so long for the final chapter. We're really sorry it took so long, and now, like, thank you for supporting this series and whatever." And then they showed the trailer. But I then got reminded when you're staring at Yevanovich and she's standing there and you see her husband, I'm like, some mush on your face, man. Why are you so not good looking compared to her? Like, it's not because he's a good director, is it? Maybe it's because it's the only work she gets.
What
Well, what has she been in?
what else has Jojovich been in?
She was in some straight to fucking video VOD with Pierce Brosnan called like Assassins or Two Assassins Against Each Other. That's the last thing I've ever seen. I can remember her being in. Where she was,
What about those Resident Evil movies?
yeah,
Yeah, she's in those.
she's in all of them, all seven.
You know what they fucking do in those movies? They set up the most absurd cliffhangers, and then at the very beginning of the next one, they like sidestepping is too kind. It's like they ignore it,
Okay.
and then they just kill immediately all the actors who didn't want to come back.
Yeah, sure.
No, here's what you're saying is that in the last movie, there's a shot of her, Wesker, and like a couple of people on top of the White House, and there's a shitload of zombies, and there's like a war, and there's dragons in the sky and shit, and then they're like, looks like it's gonna be a long night, and then credits roll, and then the trailer for the new movie just like kind of starts, and she's just on the run, and she meets up with Wesker later in the movie, I suppose, because this is just the trailer, and Wesker just goes, "I should have killed you in Washington." She's like, "Yeah, you should have." That is how they do that cliffhanger.
I feel like Paul Anderson thinks that if they
Paul
Paul
W.S.
W.S. Anderson,
And I hate that, like, he has made,
it.
but like,
Like if he keeps going hard enough, eventually Capcom will just like break down and put her in the games.
they've already like
Red Queen.
taken things from those movies and put
them in the game. Red Queen, most
The
notably.
laser hallway in RE4.
The laser hallway is
Yeah.
there, too.
But I mean the big one.
That's all backed, by the way.
Good.
That's
I
all.
saw in the trailer.
Red Queen and the laser hallway are back.
So you're asking what role she has?
Yeah.
Not a ton. More than you'd think, but not a ton.
Zoolander.
Zoolander and Zoolander number 2. But the one thing that jumps out at me is she played Lilu in the
Fifth Element, of
video.
course.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That was her first role.
Yeah, that's what we kind of were like a bit more recently. 'Cause, like,
She's great in that.
That's
No, in the video game too.
She's great in Resident Evil 1 too.
like the
I lied.
PlayStation
That was
one?
a lie.
Yeah.
okay.
Sorry, that was the bit I was calling out as interesting. Not so
Paul
much
probably
for
talked her
regular
into doing the game.
You know, I remember watching RE1 in theaters, and I went and watched it a second time because I had to just burn it in. And that movie's, it's bad, but it's
good.
like fine, right? It's a totally average zombie flick.
And that's where I tapped out.
It's schlocky, right?
It's schlocky, and there's a couple game callbacks that are actually fine, right?
We need him for the Nemesis program.
And that, I remember seeing that and being like, you know what? That was fine. I would like a sequel to that. And boy, oh boy, did that just go to shit.
No, Apocalypse
Right?
is
Oh,
fine. It's goofy fine. It's not great as well.
Apocalypse.
The worst one is Extinction, the one in the desert that was the main antagonist.
That's where I tapped out.
Yeah.
No, the desert one's the worst one.
That one is the worst one.
Because a tyrant appears in that,
But
and it's the worst tyrant ever.
But wasn't there like a string of shit ones, and then they did a thing where they had another shit one, but then they put in teleporting Wesker, so you're all like, oh,
Yeah.
Wooly,
That's the one with Chris.
Wooly, if you want to spend the time,
I don't.
No,
I did it.
You should.
Listen,
I don't. No, I
listen
need
what I'm gonna
preface
say.
this nice and
No,
early.
you
listen what I'm
listen
gonna
good.
say.
You listen
okay?
good, and you listen now.
They're awesome.
You remember the
I hate
scene
that third
in
one.
RE5 when you get to the plane
Oh,
that
yeah.
Wesker's gonna
Yeah.
escape
Oh,
on,
yeah.
and Wesker kicks you and Sheva's fucking ass.
Yeah.
He kicks you up and down, right? That scene is shot for shot recreated in this
Oh,
movie,
yeah.
but the directing is worse.
Okay.
Even though it is copied.
I think that's
the
the one you
directing
and I
and
saw,
the
Liam.
cuts
Yeah,
and
it
the
is. It's
angles
not the worst one.
are significantly worse. And I don't know how that's possible.
Because they're already pretty
When you
bad.
say shot for shot, yeah.
I don't know, but like you can look it up, and if you remember, you like watch both in a row, and you'll be fucking amazed at how bad a director Paul W.S. Anderson is. It's oh my god, it's so bad.
That Resident Evil movie, me and Liam saw in 3D, and it's the only movie aside from Avatar where the 3D was good because it used the same like they
depth
took-
instead of like
Yeah.
coming at you.
like
yeah.
it was the only other good movie where like this 3D added to it. So yeah, Resident Evil, great series. Go see it. We all recommend it.
You know what else you should go see? I'm stealing this. It's my week now.
Sure.
You need to, both of you, Liam, Wooly, and I already spoke to Matt about this. You need to catch up to Lucha Underground. I caught up this past week. I'm now current.
Not to season 3, just to season 2.
3.
Oh shit!
I'm
okay.
current.
All right.
I'm watching weekly episodes
yeah.
now. You need.
mandatory.
There is a wrestling storyline that we created on this podcast that is ongoing
Specifically, Liam, I believe.
in Lucha Underground right now.
Okay.
So
And
I
it is shaping up to turn out to be exactly what we all workshopped it to be.
I was spoiled on this, but on the Lucha Underground Twitter, they had a picture of Dario, and they had like his text about what he's saying.
Yeah.
And he said these words that Pat's dancing around, where I just went,
That can't be.
that can't be right. There's no way.
Man.
Also, to
Well,
anyone who wants to know anything about Lucha Underground, do not use Wikipedia to look up anything about Lucha Underground.
Instant spoilers.
It is pre-taped. The winner of Ultima Lucha is already known 20 weeks ahead in the future,
Yeah.
right? Do not watch it. Do not read it.
Okay.
But you were telling me of the
Yeah, it was Liam that came up with that angle.
Yeah,
Good. I don't know which one it is yet, but
that's good. That
I
you
like
know
all those ones.
the match of the weapons
I have
of
a
mass
really
destruction.
strong guess as to what it would
Yeah,
be.
me too.
Yeah.
What's it called? The weapons of mass destruction.
There's a
match?
weapon of mass destruction match, and a man,
Say what this is.
Marty, brings a gun to the ring.
Nice.
Which is what I've wanted for a long time.
That's how you win.
Wait, wasn't there what the fuck was it in WWF back in the day?
Brian Pillman.
Brian Pillman
And
that
Stone
just
Cold Steve Austin.
brought a
But
gun out.
it wasn't.
No,
it was in
at
a
his house.
vignette in a house, not in a match.
Right, okay.
But
Oh my
Marty
God.
brings a rifle to his weapons of mass destruction match.
Good.
Oh, fuck.
I did see a lot of gifs of that match.
Yeah, okay.
Also, the current champ of Lucha Underground
Is the monster, right?
may be the most dominant champ I've ever seen in anything.
It's whatever was in the basement.
Yeah, it's-
okay.
Oh shit. Oh, we're like, okay, so multiple basements have been opened.
Yeah.
No, just the one.
Okay.
And like, I think the definition is squash champ,
Yeah.
in which they keep building guys up and they come so close and nothing. It's
Okay.
like, it's to the point where they need to bring someone new onto the roster. Like there's no one left.
Like everyone's had a shot.
Every single person on the roster has had a shot.
Well, that's why you need to bring like a monster of similar strength and
Put
like,
Dario in the ring.
Yeah.
So they've also
Give him a
Well,
gun.
when is he gonna come back looking like Apollo? Justice, right?
season
jacket on his
3
thing and
season 3 has also started a couple like new gimmicks. Their behind the scenes vignettes are every season just skyrocket in quality and production value. And a friend of mine are watching Lucha Underground, and we were talking about it, and it's like the stakes in Lucha Underground are so perfect, and everything is kept super serious, and magic is real, right, and all that stuff. And I was thinking, it's like, Wooly, how far did you get in Lucha?
Middle of season 1.
Okay, did you see the match between Mill and Puma?
Puma or Phoenix?
Mill and Puma.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Okay, so in that one, somebody dies in that match, right? We are now at 7 or 8 on-screen murders. And I'm not talking like you got thrown into the casket at the end of the casket.
Right.
Killed in the ring.
People have had
Or
not
beside
necessarily-
the ring,
People
or-
have had their hearts torn out, decapitated.
The best.
One guy got punched through. Or implied to get punched through. Like, people are dying.
Did you read the In Between Seasons comic?
Yes.
Okay.
In which the band is murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stakes are high.
Comic, you say?
There are comics.
I didn't know that.
There's like one.
The comics are canon.
Yeah.
I figured.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why?
And they fill in some details.
Yeah, wrestling with establishment.
And fucking Matt Stryker staring straight at the camera and saying, "We are in the decade of death."
You're doing something that no one else is doing, man. Like that. I love that. Fucking. I guess I'm just gonna give credit to Rodriguez, I suppose.
Yeah.
You know, but it's him plus a bunch of others.
Well,
but like, fuck,
it
it's-
causes
There's a million zillion producers.
It causes this amazing thing to happen, where two characters had a death match in season 2, and one of those people lost really hard, like very, very hard. And I was talking to my friend of mine, and that guy has not shown up for like 16 weeks. Like, are they dead? Are they like not out, not injured?
Dead.
Are they
Storyline.
Are they dead?
Yeah.
And his answer was maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, like if you were reading the like what you missed comic page, their portrait would be black and white.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
It's astounding.
During this Magneto, someone was like, "Hey, where are you in Lucha?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm still like pegging away at season 2. I just watched an episode on the plane." And he goes, "You know, like my favorite thing about it is like I won't tell you who, but like how everyone gets their like Super Saiyan
This is what I was
forms
going to talk about next.
and stuff." And I know about 1 or 2 people.
What?
No, well, when they say Super
Okay.
Saiyans, they have a new subtitle next to their name.
And their entire costume changes.
In season 1,
I saw that applied to just one character. I didn't know that.
What character did you see with?
Pentagon.
yes,
Pentagon?
Pentagon.
Oh, you didn't see nothing yet.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Pentagon's is cool, but it's not.
Pentagon has a new name.
Okay.
Pentagon's
okay.
dark.
It's Pentagon Dark. And I'm going to pull up the photo for Roy because the guy's fucking so nuts.
Infinite miedo.
Yeah, don't ever stop.
Basically, moon miedo. That's fucking great. Yeah. If you have no fear, you become fear itself. Wow. Okay. Spoilers. All right.
There are 3 versions of Pentagon.
I saw the second. I didn't.
There are like
man.
4 versions of
I
Mil
love
Muertes.
SSJ3.
Yeah, that's it. Forms, man.
By the way,
Come back.
remember how you said that they can't let Puma talk because he's just some black guy?
Yeah, I know about this.
Guess what? They gotta let him talk sometime.
Yeah.
Oh.
I haven't heard it, but I've seen him
He's
talk.
fine.
Okay, good. Okay. Because Ricochet.
He doesn't talk for a year and a half.
Okay. And he doesn't speak Spanish. I mean,
He does not speak Spanish.
No. I mean, they bill him from Boyle Heights, Los Angeles.
Yeah.
It's just the blood.
Where I am, Mil Muertes talks.
He's not great. He's better when he screams.
He can certainly speak.
He has a tongue
That's a positive.
He's better than the Undertaker.
That's what you look for in a
But
wrestler.
that's it, man. Like if you call him
terms of
Demon
doing
or
a
one of those
promo.
guys, it's like
There's only one guy on the whole roster that I'm just like, oh, you shouldn't have let.
Who is it?
Cuerno. Cuerno
Yeah.
is terrible
on the mic.
on the mic.
He's just like a dude.
He's just some
I
guy.
love him because like I've turned the around and like his mask is basically the logo of the show.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's like I'm like you're basically like the guy, you know, in some weird way. You're not the poster boy, but you're wearing the mask.
You're special.
Yeah.
In that
Something
way.
is special
Yeah.
about that.
Okay, is it true that Cage just starts having Trump things
No.
in his promos?
No,
So what the fuck did I read where he was setting
it was
up-
a potential angle, but it never went through because they're going with the new angle.
Okay, never mind. Then.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. What else?
What else, aside from Lucha being fantastic always, Aztec Warfare's in like 2 weeks, I played that Skyrim remastered. It's nice. It's Skyrim with better lighting. Yeah, that's the primary change.
I take it you owned it already on PC.
Yes, so it's
entitled to the.
Was the Clean Faces mod pre-installed?
No, in fact, most.
No, but the Macho Man thing got onto the console.
In fact, most mods are broken on PC for the special edition because it does not support the scripting center, which most of them need.
So they need all.
So a bunch of them need to be rejiggered. There's a bunch that work currently, like Open Cities and stuff like that. But the biggest one that is like a painful hit is the one that changes the interface into not garbage.
Oh, the UI.
The Sky UI does not work, and that's a big dump. But game runs better in certain situations because it's a 64-bit application now. It can use more than 4 gigs of RAM, so it's actually a lot more stable.
So, also, like, the visuals, do you find it's more of an improvement than you may
So the
initially thought?
the textures did not get like a full-blown rejigger. The textures are upscaled, and some of them have been replaced.
Okay.
If you want better textures, I would suggest getting Noble's texture pack that currently still works. There's a patch out that makes it work with SSE. There's static mesh improvements and stuff like that. The big change is all the lighting and atmospheric effects. They have completely redone the entire lighting engine, and it is a much bigger deal than I would have expected because it's proper light diffuse and God rays and everything that you would expect in a modern game's lighting. And on a game like that with the large vistas and like sunsets all the time, like it looks much nicer. Also, for console players, the increased resolution and frame rate and all that is a fucking big step
When
up.
you look at the PS3 version of Skyrim, it's it's night and day.
Yeah, but it's Skyrim.
Okay.
There's download that unofficial bug fix mod immediately because all the bugs that are still in the last patched version of Skyrim are still there.
I was gonna say, does it stop dragons from flying into space?
No.
So it's just based on the last version of
Yeah,
Skyrim.
it's just the last version of Skyrim. They ripped out and put in new lighting, and I think that some effects here or there, but mostly.
So it's like a gigantic patch.
Yeah. So if you wanna play vanilla Skyrim with like no changes, but it looks nicer on PC, I'd suggest getting the unofficial bug fix patch and the Nobles textures. That's pretty much it for that. There's one other game that I played, and I know that Liam played it because I saw him talking about it on Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Titanfall 2 is the best shooter I have played in years and years.
Have you finished the single player campaign?
No, because I've been diving hard into the multiplayer.
Can you just say it again, please?
Titanfall 2 is the best shooter I've played.
Thank you.
There's a problem though.
I know what the problem
We'll talk about the single player in just a second.
Well, quite simply, the problem is Origin.
The problem is Origin. Yeah. But more than that, there are only about 10,000 people playing a day.
On
PC. Yeah. Well, it's not much higher for the consoles. It's 20-ish and 15-ish.
20-something-ish, yeah.
Fucking dire. It's real bad. Like, I am terrified.
Maybe EA releasing
it's-
Battlefield 1 like
The day before.
It's gonna
probably a dumb fucking idea.
It's gonna get better before it gets worse because
It's gonna get
the
worse.
holiday season's coming out.
Right, but like it's like the first week it came out, if you wanted to play certain game modes in certain like geographic regions, you just couldn't, and that sucks because the game is it sucks.
So it's gonna take a bomb
But
super
if hold your breath for a minute. It'll get better before it gets worse. Yeah. The online. Player
Also,
base
because
over
of the way that it works and with the networks things, if you can convince like 20 people to get it, you can play within that network consistently.
iWorks thing is neat.
Yeah, I had the shout out to the guy that made the
Super
SBS
Best
Friends network. That's
Yeah.
cool.
It's currently about 100 people. Cool. I think we're at network number 8 or something.
Awesome.
That's sad.
Well, I mean, like when during the demo,
I
like
think we're in between the Angry Army and
Giant Bomb.
No. Giant Bomb's like number 3. We're in between Angry Army and those guys that the kids like them. They do Red vs. Blue.
Rooster Teeth.
There you go.
Okay. Because I like had about like 2 hours before I had to like pack and
So you barely got to touch it.
I didn't get to touch much, but I got to touch it enough to realize that the control default setup was
For mouse and keyboard or for controller?
for controller was you have to pick from predefined keys, and I was like, God damn it!
They don't have custom.
No
Mouse and keyboard controls the default keybinds. A couple of them are really bad and pretty much need to be remapped to other stuff.
Yeah, so it took me a minute to do the best I could with what was there, but it still wasn't enough. And like,
Hopefully they'll patch it.
yeah, well, I'm either gonna use Joy. Hopefully they do. I sent a message to them about it.
But you can use Joy 2 key.
I can probably use Joy 2 key or the Xbox Elite
Just use a mouse and keyboard.
thing. But I'll try to figure that out.
like
It's gonna take a minute.
Mouse and keyboard's good, I hear.
I hear. So I hear.
Oh, speaking of, let's get that Ultra Public.
Have you Sweet Summer Children played the story?
I played the first 2 levels and they were fantastic.
I heard this is like one of the best single-player
like-
campaigns in a first-person
Like, it's
shooter in a
not
while.
even a contest. Admittedly, I didn't love Doom as much as most people did. I did like it a lot, but no contest.
It's so far, I would agree with Liam.
Easily
Absolutely.
the best campaign I've played since
It's
Vanquish in a shooter.
fantastic.
I think I prefer it to Vanquish at the end of it.
Huh.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
no contest.
Okay.
How long is it?
5-6
Wow.
hours.
It's 7 levels.
8 plus the training.
Yeah,
Because I
whatever.
bought and installed the game, and after all 43 gigs were installed,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck, I have to go to this fucking podcast. I can't play it.
Play it when you can.
tried.
The first 2 missions are the weakest, but they are.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they are.
They're really good.
Dude, like
The first level in that game is really good.
I was really happy that it was one of those campaigns where there were bits where my mouth was opening and I was making noise because I was excited by what was happening.
Like I can't tell
It
you.
is. It's thrilling.
can't- like, the
and it's a huge step from multiplayer maps as a single.
The feeling of people like loving and playing Titanfall is so good.
Well,
All 10,000.
Yeah, sure. But the fact that it exists and is a quality thing.
I think I said it a few weeks ago. Like, I'm blessed to live in the timeline where Prepare for Titanfall exists
Is a word.
in a Western
Yeah,
AAA title
exactly,
with
right?
this level of production.
Because it's like, God damn it, man! The accessibility for people was just like impossible on that
Yeah.
first one. The people like they're not going to get an X-Bone.
I wanted to play it, but I didn't want to have Live and PlayStation Plus.
Yeah,
so I was like,
no,
what's the
I
point
get
of
it.
buying it?
I get it, you know, and I mean,
Because I really wanted it.
and I didn't want to just be that guy beating on the drum, but when we did that Mecha Week episode, and you guys were like, "Oh, wait, no, this game,
But at the end of the
wanted
day,
to play it. I was mad.
it's just not in everyone's hands." But if they got a chance at it,
So-
it's fucking great.
it was on the 360. I had to play it.
I didn't have
Liam,
gold though.
Liam, have you touched the
Well,
level?
that is the thing, because it's like, why the fuck
Go
not
back
have a
whence
single
you
player?
came.
You're
In the
cutting
original,
down
of my
your thing
mother
originally,
no
'cause,
more.
like,